What's up, everyone? Welcome into DodgerHeads presented by DodgerBlue.com. My name is Jeff Spiegel. Today's little short is going to be actually a snippet from Sunday Night Show, breaking down the latest news on Clayton Kershaw's injury. It felt like at the beginning this was going to be a short thing, and then all of a sudden, update, and now we're maybe more in the gray area than we have ever been. So stay tuned to see the rest of that. And if you missed the full Sunday night hour-long show with myself and Daniel Starkand, please go ahead and check that out right here on the Dodger Blue 1958 YouTube page. Or if you're a podcast person, check us out on Apple, Spotify, Google. Just search for Dodger Heads. You will find us there. Thanks again for watching, as always, and enjoy this clip breaking down Clayton Kershaw's injury latest. This was supposed to be a short injury, Daniel. This was supposed to be, okay, just be cautious, throw him on the IL. He sits out the All-Star break. He misses one start. We're good to go. Then, Kershaw will be back in August. So he throws a bullpen in Baltimore on July 18th. He throws a more aggressive bullpen on July 21st in Texas. Dave Roberts says, don't worry, the next step is for him to throw a simulated game on Monday. Well, then the simulated game, no, it's not a simulated game. It's actually just going to be a scheduled bullpen. Well, no, actually, the scheduled bullpen is actually just going to be pushed back until to be determined because, no, don't worry, Daniel. Nothing unforeseen has happened. It's just scheduling stuff with the rotation and days off, and that's why. So that's where we're at with Clayton Kershaw. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think someone needs to brief Dave Roberts better on what's going on, because every time he gets asked, he says something different. I'm honestly not too concerned about Kershaw, though. I think we've pretty much known all along, like, his innings were going to be limited a bit at some point. Usually it comes, this time it did too. It comes naturally with an injury at some point. But I don't think this is like they're hoping for the best. Like, I think they have a plan. I think they're not necessarily in a rush. I think even though the rotation's been bad, they're still winning games. They're actually building a substantial division lead here. So I don't think they're necessarily in dire need where they need to rush him back. I think, first of all, you want to make sure he's 100%, just because we're at the point in the season where if he were to suffer a setback or if he comes back and gets hurt again, then you're talking about missing the postseason, which is obviously what you want to avoid. So I think you're going to be extra cautious. You're going to make sure he's 100%. And if that means taking an extra 2 weeks and he misses 3 extra starts, then so be it. Like, I don't think you want him at more than 120, 130 innings going into the postseason regardless. So I think the fact that they're continuing to win, I think, is allowing them to be extra cautious, and I'm okay with that. I mean, who knows? I could be totally wrong. They could be hiding a more serious injury. You never know with Dave Roberts. Like, I feel like every time he gets asked, he says something different. But as of right now, I'm not super worried. I just hope with him, you just hope every time he steps on the mound, you just hope he avoids some sort of injury, just because we know his past.
Yeah, and keep in mind, Kershaw initially didn't even want to go on the injured list, which, whatever that's worth. I think that's at least a positive that he didn't feel like that was something majorly serious. Obviously, things could have changed over the last couple of weeks, but I'm with you. Take as much time as you need off in the middle of the season. The divisional lead is growing. As long as he is healthy and built back up by the time postseason rolls around, that's the most important thing. But I will say, at the very least, it's not the most positive or encouraging thing. You would like Kershaw to have just been healthy. You would like for things to be moving along and progressing, because look, you and I sat here, and Blake and Matt, and we all, like, Dustin May's injury came up, and we were all like, this guy's not pitching again this season. Like, I know they keep telling us he's like 60 days out and then he's going to pick up a baseball. And guess what? It's exactly what we all thought. Is they downplayed it. It got delayed, and then boom, he's out. I don't think that's what's happening for Clayton Kershaw, but the way that the Dodgers handle injuries, you kind of joked about, like, this wouldn't be the first time that things got way worse without us knowing, after we've been getting sort of benign updates from the Dodgers. So it sounds like, Daniel, correct me if I'm wrong, you and I are both on the same page. We're not worried about Kershaw. If we're still sitting here, the August 10th, and Kershaw's like still throwing a bullpen, or maybe is going to be throwing a bullpen, then I'm going to be worried. But if he throws a bullpen in the next 5 or 6 days and then a simulated game in 10 days, I'm going to be totally fine and comfortable with this.
Yeah, let me put it this way. If you were to put odds on the Dodgers game 1 postseason starter, I still think Kershaw would be like minus 500 right now, or like he'd be the heavy favorite there.
Wow, you think the Dodgers are making the playoffs, huh, Daniel?
Breaking news.